this is a dead part of the season, but the Athletic produced an article saying, teams that had the 5 teams that had a good offseason, the 5 teams that are on the decline. Mm-hmm. You had the Bills on the decline. Said the playoff window might be closing. This is one of those things that we seem to talk about every week. But,
sure.
Yeah,
but who doesn't have fun talking about this? This is fun.
Well, but the thing is, my point is like it can close, but it doesn't mean it has to keep closing. I think it's clear that the team has diminished from what they had last year, as it's equally clear that 2025. Put a futures bet on 2025 now, because that's the team.
As a loyal Athletic subscriber, I read this article last week when it came out, and it became very apparent that the person who wrote this article is someone who is not intimately familiar with the Buffalo Bills. Because if you think the Bills are on the decline, and they talk about their chances of winning the division, and I think they even mentioned in the article that the Dolphins had a 3-game lead with 5 games to go last year, and they're not going to make that same mistake again.
We both predicted Buffalo would win that time.
Well, both of us. I seem to remember. I have a clip. The point I'm getting at is this. If you are intimately familiar with this division and this team, I don't believe that the Bills have taken a step back that everyone else in the national media believes. I think it's easy to point to Stephon Diggs as being their leading receiver and saying, oh, well, look what you lost. But you have age. You have the way he played over the last 7. Yes, you lost all those guys to free agency, but Poyer missed games. Hyde missed games. Tre'Davious White has barely played over the last couple of seasons.
It's tough to make a case that they're better without those guys.
We're going to find out. Well, but look, you could have made the same argument with all the defensive injuries they were having, and the system works. Trust the system that McDermott has. And I'll sit here 7 weeks in. If it's a tire fire, and I will admit I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong.
But the system can't go up every year, right?
The other, you know what's interesting about this story? Like, I would agree with this. There's a concern. There's a concern of it doing it the math that eventually the Bills will fall. But then I look over at the Jets, and then I wonder what's going on with their leadership and Aaron Rodgers. To a certain point, to Pat Duffy. Then I look over at the Miami Dolphins and the quarterback situation they have with Tua there. That's going to linger all season long. That might have an effect on that team. Oh, by the way, you can't pay him what you would pay Lawrence or even Daniel Jones for that matter.
I think they should, though. Give him all the money. I'm sorry.
But I'm giving you credit. Can you just take the credit? And here's the other thing. The Patriots are lingering on the past. They love Tom Brady. They love Bill Belichick. Who knows what he's doing? But at any rate, all of this comes back into question, which brings the field back to the Buffalo Bills, where their number one question is, where's their number one wide receiver? But, oh, by the way, every team that's in their division doesn't seem to be that much better off. Even though I believed in Miami last year, they were not able to finish the job. They had the opportunity to do it. I'm a little bit concerned about the rest of the AFC East, which now puts my favor back in the Buffalo.
I think the Dolphins are an interesting case. They're kind of like the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC because they've got this quarterback issue about what to pay him, and they've just thrown money at their 2 wide receivers. This is all going to come back to haunt them in one way or another.
I don't think it comes back. I think it's haunting them right now. I mean, you cannot win with the amount of money that they're paying Tariq Hill and Waddle. And look, here's the thing, man. They're talented wide receivers. I don't think either of those guys are worth that money on any other roster. I don't think they're worth that money on that Miami roster. And you bring up the Jets. I mean, people want to talk about the drama going on in Buffalo and everything like that. Aaron Rodgers, he's gone missing. He's probably in a dark room taking all kinds of illicit substances. And then Hassan Reddick, who you traded for to be your closer there, you just traded for him. He refuses to report to minicamp. They thought he was going to play under his contract. Did you not call him? Did you not call him? Hey, by the way, you're going to be, Robert Saleh's a joke. The ownership is terrible. Aaron Rodgers is, you know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
How, with the Bills losing, to your point, how are they better off than every other divisional team?
I will listen. I don't like to give you a lot of credit, but I give you credit on this one. This does not look good, and we haven't gotten to camp yet. So that would lead me to believe that the Bills have a better chance if they stay consistent, keep that defense upgraded a little bit more, keep that offense rolling with Josh Allen running the way. They got a chance to win this.
And I stumbled on a stat that I thought was interesting, and it's kind of to your point about trusting the process, is McDermott, in the 7 years as the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, has never come in under the over-under total, which I think is fascinating.
Hey, look. The best ability is availability. The second best ability is consistency ability. He's consistent. The man is consistent.
Thank you very much.